Hey guys, how's it going? Bobby F. Perryhart here.
Sally E. Tadina.
What's going on, guys? And my little tiny little baby boy.
Baby Robert.
What's up, little guy? Oh, you ready to hang out with us online? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. This
Always.
is your ultimate mastermind, guys. I love to connect with you guys and be here. We're going to be with you guys for the next about an hour. So feel free to hop on for as short or as long as you'd love to. You can go to my site here, tinyurl.com/BobbyFPerryhart for all the replays. So where I put all my content, the replay for this one will also be up there. But we wanted to welcome you guys to this. We do this every week as a pulse, a common meeting ground for the people in our business, for the people inside of our lives.
And our audience. This is a mastermind with our audience.
Absolutely. And we wanted to share our golden nuggets and our gems with you. We love to do this once a week, and always, at least. Actually, we go live more than once a week.
And they can share what they want to share with us too.
Absolutely. Drop your comments below. You know, the big question that's on the description, and it's probably on everybody's minds, is what's your purpose? Mm-hmm. Right? Like, oh, it's easy. They're my purpose, right, in life. But you know, what are you here to do? Like, what are you really here to do? So we wanted to share this topic with you guys, talk about it, and find out yours, and really bounce these ideas off you. Hopefully it inspires you. I was going through this with a client of mine just a few minutes ago and talking about, like, you know, what we're here to do on this planet. We're here to raise, I mean, for the spiritual types out there, you know, we're here to raise the vibration. And if you want to talk about it in its most primary form or basic form, raise the vibration of my bank account.
Yeah.
Put more zeros on that. Like, raise that and let it not be just however it is, but to 10x or 100x it inside of your bank account. Or how about raising the vibration of your health? He just pooed on me. I can feel it farted on my leg.
TMI.
He raised the Oh, no.
Talk about vibration.
He raised the stink. That's just...
Let's hope it didn't go... It didn't raise the...
I'd rather not look. Like, honestly, like, it's just... Can you smell it?
No.
No, man.
Usually I'm pretty good at that.
You're the one who smells it all the time. Baby's just like, yeah, that was me. Maybe just passed some gas. I felt it was. I'm gonna take a peek. I don't want to peek. But let him finish.
Yeah, let him finish his purpose.
Just sit on my leg and take a poo. How about it, buddy?
Hey, Lana.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome joining us. So yeah, every week we come out here. We want to share what's going on inside of our business. As leaders, we want to show up for our team. And as people who work as coaches, we work as mentors. I help people inside of my business. It's no longer just my team. It's not just the, you know, handful of people that are inside of my magic business, as it is to the people inside of your pod, in your business, in your community, in your field. Maybe you're not even part of our business entirely. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe you're just a happy, you know, parent, stay at home. Maybe you're out there doing something in the job in the real world. So we wanted to come together at least once a week to let you get, you know, fall into our energy, learn about who we are, see how we grow, and pick up whatever value that you need to have in order for that one moment. Who knows how long you're going to stay? Who knows when you jumped in? Who knows if you're watching the replay and you watch them all the time and you watch them front to back? Like, I'm impressed. I want to know who you are.
You might learn that one thing. You never know.
I like to think that the universe has that one thing for you, no matter where you go, for wherever purpose, you're going to find it at that one moment. And how many times has someone said to me, oh, I needed to hear this today? And I've said that so many times to my mentors, and I've said it so many times, this is crazy, because where your energy goes, it expands. So welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, India. What's up, Jace, Angela? How are you? Gregory's staying here live, but it's temp here, so I'll check out for the night. Nice, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Lana, Melinda.
Angela.
Yeah, you guys, I appreciate you guys joining us, even just for the moment. Just for that 1 second. If it's there, you're just like, what are these guys doing? Are they still talking about their water business?
No. And feel free to share your purpose. Some people don't even know what.
That's a really tough one, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's my kids. And my kids are my purpose.
So what was that about, that session that you had where she talked about purpose?
Well,
Raising
no.
vibration.
Well, the thing is, I was working with a client, and a really good friend of mine who's inside of she's a repeating client of mine, and she's going through stuff, and I'm like, you and me both, girl. And this feeling of like thinking that we're all in this together, and that we all have this vibration to raise together. We're all doing something that we need to be doing together. Whether you're out by yourself or you feel disconnected, it just felt moist. It felt moist. Whether you feel disconnected from your business or your life or your job or yourself, we're going through a shift right now, and a lot of people are going to experience this. So I was like, if I'm feeling it, my clients are feeling it. Now my other client is feeling it. She's feeling it with her clients. There's something going on in here about the shift and the change. And it's interesting because I look at the years, I look at the numerology, okay? And I look at the numerology of the year, and this is not a wealth year. This is a year for building your brand. This is a year for building your message and to build your inventory of value that you can give to the world. So this is doing things like this, spending an hour online, building to your content library. Who knows? Someone gonna go to our YouTube and scroll, and then just stop and see it, and they're gonna watch it a year, 2 years later. You never know when it's gonna affect someone. But the fact is that it's a library. This is our own personal Netflix of like episodes you can watch that can help direct you through your timeline and help find whatever it is that value that you need. And if it's not here, I appreciate it. Thank you. Click, goodbye. Go see what's actually on Netflix. Go watch the Avengers or something. But the reality is that, we're here, and we're here to speak for that part of you that wanted to speak up, that says, I'm going to join a business. I'm going to do it. I'm going to join a business. And that feeling of you is, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And we're babies in business. We don't know what we're doing. I'm 5 years old in self-employment. I'd like to think that that's a pretty big accomplishment. Ravi, look at my boy. Look at my son. Billy, look at my little boy. This is my son, guys. The last time I saw both of these people, there was no Sally in my life. I was single as single can be. They're good friends of mine, both of these people, and for different reasons. But the thing is that it's crazy to think that this is, and I collect people. Just these two people, just an example. Del G came to me, and we fell in love with where he loved note phones, like notes. Yeah. And like the Samsung Note, and so did I. And he wanted to get some phones for his family, and I worked at Rogers at the mall, and we instantly connected, hit it off. This guy's a fun guy. He's a funny guy. And we liked each other's energy. Yeah. So I wanted to collect this person into my Facebook friends, and he's been watching me. I appreciate you, Billy. It's a wonderful feeling to see you there, and like this feeling. Then Ravi, this was maybe Ravi's got to be about almost 10 years now. When I saw her, she was working as a waitress at the Sorry Babushka, right? And me and my boys and a girl of ours, a friend of ours, a couple of my friends, boys and girls, we would go and sing music. We would go and play music at live music, and I would do beatboxing and freestyling, and my friend would play guitar, and there would be djembe drums, and there would be a girl singing, and we would do our own mixes of Michael Jackson and stuff like that. And super cool to think that all went down. This is years ago now. And so these are cool people. I mean, I picked them up. So thanks, guys, for watching. Basically, what's happened is that I got into business for myself. I got into business for myself again. I became a numerologist. I started helping people in business. I've spoken across the world. I got a chance to have a family now. This is the fourth kid of Sally's and my firstborn. But we're raising a family together, Nanaimo, Vancouver Island. It's crazy to think how much things change and how, where you go from. I was in a how can I help you shirt, for Billy. Always oh, come on, buddy, give me a deal on the phones. Help me out here. Can you transfer everything for us? And I'm like, sure, brother. I can do that for you. No big deal. That feeling was there. And it was so cool to know that, we connected and we're friends for life. So it brings us back to the comment or the moment that we're in, where we're talking about purpose. And
Lana said something about her purpose.
My purpose is help people find their answers inside themselves to create their own abundance in life. You and me both. You and me both.
See, we all have similar.
Well, I mean, we want, not that we all have similar, but like minds attract.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like to think that everybody's not going to feel like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, Lana, you and me both. Like, I absolutely, and you know, that's what I do as I help people find their answers inside themselves and create abundance in their life. Help them do that because that's what we want in our lives. So we have to help other people do it for theirs. My purpose is like to help enough people get what they want in their life, because I know that I will get what I want in my life, like by doing this.
Something about that, I want to change want to desire, because if you look at the definition of want, it's like you're lacking. So I don't say want, I say desire, because the universe is going to give you what you say.
Sure. So I want to give them what they're lacking. I want to help people get the success that they want in their life or desire in their life, because it's the one that, or because I would like the success that I desire. And, you know, seeing Sally in my life and seeing my little boy, you know, in my life and doing what we're doing here. And this is my office. Like, imagine, like, I'm fulfilling my lifelong desire to have a home-based business, to build my family front end, to bring my son to work every day. And this is basically like me fulfilling and living out my dream life. Like, it's so cool. But then you realize, hey, I should have dreamed bigger. I should have had a bigger purpose. Dream more. Dream again. Like, sometimes your dream fails and, you know, you fall off the dream horse. Get back on the dream horse again. Sometimes you win the race and you're like, I want to get back on the dream horse again. Like, I want to dream again. I'm too young to not have any more dreams. And it's crazy to think how powerful we are. I had to go through the experience I did and still be this young to have everything that I have in my life. Like, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. A few years ago, I felt like I was too old. I felt like I missed my chance at having kids, or like I was going to be doomed to a business or a job my whole life. Like, and now I'm looking back, I'm like, whoa, I'm only 35, and like I've done this, and that, and the third, and like I have so much time ahead of me. It's nuts. It's nuts. And, you know, and even like imagining like Sally's perspective before we met, right? Like, single mom, 3 kids, you know, all that extra energy is going like to be in her life, and to think, oh, it's too late for this or whatever. And now we're looking back at it with this genuine respect for how much time we have ahead of us.
Yeah, it's like we advanced that to experience. It's like we've expanded our consciousness that fast to get to that experience that you want.
Cue the happy pocket full of money subtitles. Like, we're listening to this as we go to sleep.
You listen every night.
But it's crazy how, like, because that's what she's looking at me. I'm like, you were there. You were listening to that while we're going to bed too. That, you know, you can expand your consciousness to hold more points in time. And it's crazy because I look back at my friends that I've known for like almost 10 years now. And it's like, whoa, you get that sense of perspective in your own timeline. Look, I've got a baby. I have a baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Are you my baby boy? Hi.
He likes being on camera.
He loves being social. He loves his Batman stuff,
like
like Daddy. And he's like, hey, what's up? How y'all doing, though? What's up? Mwah. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Mwah. Huh?
Thank you, Chrissy. He says it's such a cute.
You gotta hear his cackle.
I love that teethless smile.
Yeah, he's such a sweetheart. Honestly, this is like holding myself as a baby.
As a baby.
Yeah. And I'm like, if I could only hold myself as a baby, I would be like, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. You know, you can still have a belly and meet the girl of your dreams. But it really puts a big reflection into purpose and what are we doing with ours, and what do you know, where are we trying to go with our energy? Where are you trying to take your business? Where do you want to go with your life?
So how would they find, if they don't know their purpose yet, because everybody has their own unique purpose, how would you help them find that?
How would you find your purpose? That's a really messed up question. I would do your numerology. I would look at your numerology and I'd be like, and I would look and I'd be like, you need to travel, or your purpose is to help people, or maybe your purpose is to go in spiritual. And it's crazy because I'm trying to get back to the spiritual conversation I just had with my friend Francesca, and she does like Palladian star work. I'm like, whoa. And then she started talking about all this like higher consciousness, higher dimensional reality stuff, and like, you know, our spirit bodies in dense form and this and that. And my mind is just blown as I'm going to be talking to her next week and interviewing her actually, because I was just like, I need to get you on social media talking about this, because she understands her purpose, which is why this whole kind of thing came together, was that we're here to raise the collective vibration of abundance for other people. So Lana's like, oh, preach, my brother. And then, and I know people like this, like, let's say, like my boy Billy, you know, truck driver, okay? Like, he's going to do whatever it takes for his family to get what they need to have in their lives. They want the phones, they want the iPhones, they want all that stuff. And kids aren't cheap. I get it, all right? Like, they're expensive. They keep eating and stuff. And so this value is to think, but when he interacts with someone, I see a funny, you know, like, he wants to be charming. He wants to give a non-tangible currency of love out to the world when he does this. Same thing with Ravi. Like, there's a reason why I collect people, is because they have a good energy about them, and I would like them to be a part of my awareness. That's why I like friends. That's why I attract people that we want to be with.
And keep them. Keep the ones that you want to keep.
Exactly. So I want to keep you. I want to keep you. I want to keep all my even those little other squirty little squirt gen. My Jen. Oh man. Hey Ray, how's it going, buddy?
Hey Ray.
How you doing? Hey, that's my son, my little baby boy. He's just getting so chubby and so big and so social. And look at those rolls. Like, can anyone just admire his chubby legs for a minute? Like, look at those. Like, let's just do that. Let's just go there. Yo, what's up?
Yeah. If you think he did something.
Oh, then it might spill. Yeah, I probably don't want to do that. Okay, cool. Sorry, buddy. Okay, we'll let you go. We'll get the rolls from the front. Look at those front rolls. Like, those are front rolls. And he's a kicker. He does the kicks. Yeah.
Kick.
Oh. I'm super obsessed with my son, guys. It's never gonna end. He's my little baby boy. Good, like my little cat that I just like, you know, like to pet.
Like a pet.
Like as if I'm like, bring them to me, my little mini me.
It's funny how he holds them the same way like he holds our puppy.
I don't.
Like,
oh yeah, you little chunny jigga-joo.
Don't shake his head.
Oh, sweetie. So yeah, guys. I mean, I'd love to. Baby rolls are the cutest. Oh God. Yeah. I was gonna say LOL. Lots of rolls. Instead of lots of laughs. LOR. Lots of love. Oh, my little tiny squishy. So guys, I mean, like, you know, I wanted to really pose that to you guys. Like, what's your purpose on this planet? And like, it sucks because I know that like people who. They're not entrepreneurs, so they're the classic entrepreneur one is, I want to help people. I want to help people get to a better place and this and that. You know, and like, I get it. We do that. That's why we want to be entrepreneurs. But there's this like bigger looming question to like pose to the people who don't know what their purpose is. And then Sally's like, well, how would you find it out? I'm like, yeah, I would do your numerology so that I can at least see how your best thing is to communicate. Like, how does your energy want to express on the planet? Do you want to express at the gym, or do you want to express at the bank, or on the beach, or maybe at the household, or do you want to express how you want to? To know that story is very powerful. And I didn't mean to, you know, make this like an advertisement for my numerology book now about being a
paradigm or XYZ. Intend on talking about that.
But the reality is that it was like, well, how are we gonna inspire people? Like, what are we gonna share with them and talk with them about? And one of the biggest things that was coming to me today was that if you're not on your purpose, okay, like if you're not on it and you don't have a line to like towards it, it's not a straight line. Like, the line of success is like a meandering maze labyrinth through life. It's ups and downs, ins and outs, failure to the bigger level of success that comes like later on if you persist through failure. So you better be really connected to like the main objective of your life, you know, to like what's your mission statement? What's your vision? What's your purpose? What were you called here to do? Like, these are deep level like conundrums. Because like, I mean, me as a spiritualist, a numerologist, I'm like, this is literally my vision statement, my mission statement. I want to positively affect the change of everyone who knows me. I want to positively affect change in everyone who knows me. So if you get a chance to work with me or listen to me live, I want your life to be a better place because of my existence in it. Like, that's a pretty like audacious claim, especially since there's there are people out there, a very small few, there's like a room of them that don't like me and that don't want anything to do with me. And trust me, there are people out there, I know, right? Like,
well, you gotta have haters. If you're doing something great, that means you have haters.
That's my face.
First, they're haters, and then they become your
followers, fans.
Followers, yeah. Yeah.
See, that's my face for the people who don't like me. I'm like, why? It used to bug the hell out of me. I used to be so teased for my weight and so teased for being such a nerd and such a loser.
Look how much he's admiring your muscles.
Check those out.
He's like, Daddy, you're so strong.
As a kid, and as in high school and in elementary school, like my friends picked on me, and it was crazy. I was going through back all of this, and I became friends with them afterwards. Like almost all of my enemies, I became friends with them afterwards. And it was crazy to think that that was like the go-to for relationships in my life, was to go after the ones that were troubled or challenged and actually become ones that I wanted to keep inside of my world. And it was crazy because I live by the saying a lot. It's easy to be loving and be good to your friends. It's easy to be loving and caring and good to the people who love you. Mm-hmm. It's the challenge of giving it to the people who don't deserve it, who have wronged you, to taking things away from you or bullied you in some way. It's much more difficult to love that, and they're the ones who need your love, because that's how easy it is to like show your level of strength. Or, like most of us, I don't like that person, I'm not gonna hang out with them. Like, I'm like that too. I don't like to hang out with certain people. And that's that ego part of me being like, I don't identify with this. But that's the place where the X marks the spot where you should be pouring your love on, because it's super easy to do that when you're like minds and like birds of a feather flock together. The birds of a feather flock together. Okay, so we get in where we fit in. That's just a natural inclination we do in life. But it really like pulls me out of myself here. If you guys join on, or you're watching right now, if you're here, would love to know, do you have a purpose? What is your purpose? And it's okay if you copy mine word for word. I want to positively affect change in everyone who knows me, no big deal. If it's not authentic to you, then you don't waste your time. If you don't know, you may want to think about this and ask yourself, what were you sent here to do? I was sent here to raise these children. I was sent here to be a father for these kids, especially for my little Jen. I was sent here to be a hero for my family. I was sent here to help other people come to this planet. I was sent here to help other people die, to grieve with loss, to help create millions and inspire wealth in people's lives, to activate their soul consciousness. Like, my effect in your life should be a positive forward movement, or it could be back to a catalyst. I wonder how many people know me, or how many, Felicia, great honesty, I truthfully don't know mine. It's like some people are like, I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm like, I look at my children, I'm like, my purpose is to help to raise the vibration of the world through the effect that I have for my children when they grow older. I want them to look back at the world and like make it a better place, because that's what their daddy taught them to do. Like, we want to survive. We want to survive, and we want to survive this planet, and we want to survive our bodies. Like, I've clearly figured out cloning and like time travel. All right, so clearly I'm like a universe colliding with itself. So I'm looking at myself in a little time zone mirror, and like saying the same thing when I look at Jen, I look at Tala, I'm looking at Sally when she was a child. Like, we figured it out, but how do we pass on the message so that it continues to grow? Hey, electronics be getting faster, radio antennas and waves be getting stronger. Now we're starting to go into the spiritual antenna. So I like that exists. Ow. But the reality is that, like, someone pinched me. I feel so good. My little son's just like, give me your arm. And he's getting strong now. He's like a chunky little muscle pincer. And so, we're looking at this thinking, what is your true purpose, passion, and mission to be here on this planet to do? Is to help yourself. Maybe your purpose is to clear your karma and clear your generational timeline. Maybe you're the cleanup crew for your timeline, so your ancestors can like stop manifesting this cycle of hate on their generations after them, and that you can stop it, and you can stop it in its tracks and help grow and inspire love and speak for the truth of the universe. Like super deep stuff, right? Like, no, my purpose is to work for, Walmart, or like, no offense to anyone who works for Walmart. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for the service. You guys are great. Walmart for life. But the reality is that how high have you set your ambition? How high have you set the dream for your life? Have you given up on it where you're just like, I just want to stay comfortable and I'm just going to, like coast and try not to blow up anywhere? Or are you going to try to blow up everywhere? See, I want to blow up everywhere. That's what my purpose is. And like, I don't want my kids to grow up dealing with the stuff that I'm dealing with. Like the things that haunt me, attack me, myself, my demons, my dragons, the challenges I've gone through. I mean, and nothing wrong with my parents. Like I have to blame them for how good I am too, right? I can't just blame them for all the bad stuff that happens. Yeah. Tony Robbins, he's on Netflix, check it out. But the reality is that I gotta blame them for the good stuff too. So that feeling is to think that I know that I'm living in that purpose and that mission. Because when I get a chance to talk to people, the tears, the lights on moments, their looks, I'm like, any questions? And they're like, oh. And I just don't know what to say. And I'm just like, so I guess we hit a chord. I guess we hit something in there. Like there's some power in there for you, right? Power.
Yeah. Somebody says...
let's read some of these.
Yeah.
Marlene, hi from Warangay, New Zealand. What's up? Love you. Appreciate you. Felicia, I know for my kids, but I feel like there's more, but don't know what that more is. Should I go back into your chart and look at it again?
Yeah, because what you can tell if somebody is passionate about something, and that your passion
being a mom,
is your purpose.
There's a challenge because like there's a book out there. I read this, and it's called The Art of Loving, and Mama can't distinguish the separateness from the baby because you guys are literally the same person. Baby spent 9 months in you, came through your vag,
part of you,
and is part of you. So it's literally like a piece of your actual being, and I get that because it's my sperm. It's the sperm that made it. But the reality is that like you're, as moms, specifically connected to your children. They could do no wrong and give them another chance because there's a value of you in there that you identify with and take personally. So it's not really like that's a cop-out answer for any parent. I feel the same way as a dad. So it's not saying you're like, oh, like, I'm not like trying to say that that's the wrong answer, Felicia, because you originally was like, truthfully, I don't know what it is. Oh, wait, it's being a mom, right? I'm sorry, kids. I can be an amazing mom, but I'm gonna. Have
you done hers?
I did, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so Felicia's a client of mine. And if you want, I'll just quickly take a peek. I mean, can't hurt, right? And I'm gonna see here, Felicia, and then it's not in here. It's in here. So I'm gonna find it, and then I'm gonna take a stab. I'm gonna take a stab and see what she's saying. So, okay. See, like, there's two things going on in your chart. Okay, so one of them is that you don't have a very solid one, which is like the self, like who am I, like myself. We talked about this, that you give up everything for everyone else. So that feeling of you not having your own solid, let me do this for me vibration, it's a bit of a challenge because, of course, you have to do, what's your purpose? Shit, I don't know. I've never asked myself. I have not no one in my chart, so I'm not focused on what I want. It's never been what I want. No one's ever asked me about what I want. So I've never developed that. That's problem one. And then the second part of this is to say there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love going out. And there's also a lot of passion for fighting for people. So were you to step outside of yourself, and oh man, that sounded so bad, but don't take it in the wrong way, because you deserve to be selfish and you deserve to stand in for yourself. But imagine you stepped outside of yourself, and you're like, I'm gonna go help people. I'm gonna go do something for people, and I'm gonna go and help them. Whatever. I'm gonna help people. Let's just call it that. Based on your numbers, I would see you helping a lot of people, you giving them a lot of love, and you fighting for them. So you could be like, okay, put those together. What does that look like? Charity work or fundraising or, building things for people or speaking against this or that or helping mental illness or mental wellness or something that combines with your message helping a lot of people, you pouring your love on it, and they're having a strong level of fighter woman that's going to do something about it. Just looking inside of the numbers inside of your chart, right? Like simple enough to kind of see that that would be the case. That there's a really big number for mom and family and let me raise my kids. So imagine, you raise your children, and I remember your story. You know your story. How many people you've had to take care of, and then on top of that, to be a very powerful mother, a leader, and to not focus on yourself. Like you're fulfilling your purpose by helping a lot of people, fighting for them, standing up for them when they won't stand up for themselves. Sounds kind of like you when you fight for others but won't stand up for you. And you're pouring your love onto people to help them through. Like that's a really strong indication of where your purpose or route would go in through. Like let's say Sally, she's got a 4/4 in the third part of her life. Last name 4. She wants to set the groundwork and set the framework. She was like, I want to build schools. I want to go and have an Airbnb. I want to build a resort. I want to have a learning thing or something where I can help people grow. And then, she's born in June. She cares. She loves kids, apparently. Loves being a mom. And wants to, dance. I love all the things and pieces about her. But there's this purpose in her that says I have to nurture people. I want to help them grow. Yeah. And I want to be a solid ground for them to stand on. I want to let them know how to stand up tall on their own. So she comes up with things like your ultimate solution and do something your future self will thank you for.
Help them grow their mindset. That's why I'm going through that foundation.
You heard it straight from the queen's mouth herself. That, she wants to help people raise that value of mindset and to grow that value inside of them. I don't want to take the words out of your mouth. How would you describe your purpose? I remember you'd said it before. I was like, I want to impact millions of people. Something like that.
I desire to help millions of people.
Hot potato.
Part of it is finding out their purpose, actually. And by helping them grow their mindset, helping them understand themselves so that they know what they desire to achieve in their life. But it all comes down to mindset. So that's why I'm focused on that. Whenever I have people who want to work with me, that's what I do for them. I help them grow their mindset.
It's funny how small his head is. Because from here it looks really big, but then I look at it on the camera, I'm like, whoa, my head is really big. It's like double the size. Whereas in this case, he's like huge. I think that you're on the right track, Sally. And it's something that that you can't just do in a year.
No.
You have to you have to actually commit to this.
Yeah.
You want to literally inspire and impact millions. Mm-hmm. You have to do this for 10 years. You can't just get into business one year and be like, where's my millions of people? Even at my level, thousands of clients, thousands of people, 5,000 Facebook friends, 2,700 people like me on Facebook or like my page. On my YouTube, I have 11,000 views. That's 17,000 people experiences or impressions or chances or opportunities to move by. That's nothing. There are billions of people on the planet. Millions are laughing at my pitiful 5,000 friends on Facebook. Guys, 100 people follow me. Imagine this. Put it into perspective. That in this 5 years in, if you're like, oh my God, dude, what are you talking about? That's super impressive. I'm like, oh my God, crazy. What's wrong? You spoke in front of hundreds of people. I'm like, hundreds. Sally wants to go into the 100 times 100,000. She wants to literally inspire and impact millions of people.
Millions.
That level of purpose, it's worth investing your life into. And I look at her chart and I'm like, it's hard to believe her right now because she's in a 3. She's in her 3 right now, which is I just want to dance and be in love with you. Literally puts this on a picture to me, and the first gift she gives to me. I'm gonna
change that to desire.
I just want to dance and be in love with you. I'm like, well, here we go. Let's just dance and be in love. And it's very present. It's very sweet and innocent. But then this other looming version of her is like, I want to inspire millions of people. I'm going to impact them. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have schools. It's nuts. And I look at the future of her chart. I'm like, you're not kidding. That's just like a 20-year goal or like, 30-year goal. Like, what are you going to do with your life? Where are you going with it? You get a chance to decide and choose that. Like, are you?
I think it's going to be millions because I'm going to be impacting people, and it's going to impact more people. And I'm gonna, like, when I say live forever, it's gonna live forever. Even when I die, I can pass it on to my children, and they can continue.
So you're kind of letting yourself off the hook. It doesn't have to be you that inspires millions.
Well, it's still me.
And also you're calling in other people's audiences.
Yes, you're gonna help me.
Okay. So the truth comes out. The truth comes out. Are you so cute and you're just such a cutie?
Yeah.
But that's called leverage. Just in case anybody's wondering what the technical term for that is that, you know what? If I just find 100 people who each find 100 people who each find 100 people,
because we only have 5,000. We can only have 5,000 friends.
That's it. After that, you cannot have any more friends. 5,000. Facebook told us. I'm sorry, we can't be friends after this. So if you're in Forex or Bitcoin, then get off of my page. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Hey Ty.
Hey Ty, what's up? So let's catch up with some of these.
Said he got the
Can I share how we say warange okay.
Farnare. Okay, do you read
Fanare.
Fanare?
You gotta help me out with that, Marlene.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I always say warangi.
Yeah, because it's W.
Yeah, no, but it's because I remember a friend of mine, she had her name like this, WH, and it was an F. Her name was Prufare.
Oh, wow.
So in this case, it's
Thank you for sharing that.
Ngare. Ngare. Farangare. Farangare. Farangare.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I'm Filipino, so I pronounce that as NG. No, not
my
NG.
poor Islanders. You guys must be like, oh my God, Bobby, you're killing it. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you. You're awesome. Ty says, what's up? Thank you for the invitation. Got in the mail today.
You're welcome.
Oh, my brother Ty. Coming to my wedding.
Coming
to my wedding. If any of you Aussies want to come to my wedding and you're like, dude, I will travel across the world to be there.
Oh,
that
would be amazing.
That way I can send you an invite. Okay. Look at my son. You're so cute. You're so distracting. So, is it gut check time? Okay. And if it is, get a colonics because that's straight up like the best thing ever. Ty, we got to put up a hose up your butt, bro. It's the thing to do. I'm telling you, man, it's the best experience ever. There's a girl in Namo who will literally put a tube up your butt and soak up all the poop out of it.
Yeah.
It's just the best
so
thing.
Worth it.
Buy 3, get 3 of them done, like boom, boom, boom. And you're going to feel the best thing you've ever felt in your life. Like it just clears out the gutters and best thing ever. Absolutely would definitely do. I'm going in a couple of days. So it's for round 3. We have it this week. But, what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do? You got a choice to stand for something or fall for anything. It's a cliche saying, but the reality behind this whole thing is that if you don't find a purpose,
someone else will use you for their purpose.
That's a really.
Is that what you're about to say?
I feel like that somebody said that. That's like a saying.
That's
like
about
a quote.
Dream. If
you don't have a dream, you'll spend the rest of your life working for someone else's dream. Ouch! Right in the heart. Oh my God.
Would you want to be just an act? Or what do you call it?
An extra in someone else's movie? Like, oh my God.
It's your own movie.
Be Iron Man in your own movie, okay? Like, be Robert Downey Jr. Like, don't be, like,
Didn't he die?
What?
Iron Man?
No.
Be Iron Man when he died.
Stop it, Sally. You don't know how movies work. You don't say things like that. In case anybody's watching. No.
Or in case they haven't seen
Exactly. There you go. You don't do that again.
Everybody knows now.
Nobody knows. No, nothing happened. It's all good.
Sorry.
Just don't read into what we're talking about. Pay no attention. Iron Man's alive and well. Look, I'm going through a lot right now. It's an absolute pleasure to be in purpose and in joy to where my life wants to go and where I need it to go. And I wanted to find things like Sally. I wanted to find like relationships like hers, relationships like the one with my son. I wanted to stand for something bigger. And I was always the type of person who was like, I want to help people. I want to help people get to where they want to go. So as soon as I went through something, I would go back to the world and help them through it. So as soon as I conquer something, I come back to the world and I speak on it because I've conquered it. This is the age-old help, send the elevator back down, right? When you go up to the elevator to success, make sure you send it back down to the ground floor so you can help the next generation get up and get through. All superheroes are like this. Like the legend repeats itself. The journey, the generational lineage lives on. But I like to think that we're magnifying as we go through. So my dad was like the inspiration for me. And, what did he do? He created a brick and mortar business, retail clothing, and he created a very successful living for himself. He was an influencer inside of his community. And this is the days before Facebook. He helped people get married. He introduced people. He gave people opportunities. He helped people get into business. He was a mentor for people throughout the course of his life. It's inspiring to watch him in front of all my uncles and aunts because he's the baby. He's the youngest one, and they hang on his every word. So my dad had something powerful to give to the world, right? Mm-hmm. And now with him inspiring me to do something like the same for my life, here I am, social media, thousands of people. Dad, what do you think about that? He's like, oh, I don't know, son. Well, it's crazy. His feeling is to think that, I'm taking what he gave me and I'm moving it further down the road. And sorry, boy, your work is cut out for you to go out there and do the same thing. To do the same thing out there and to inspire this world. And it's funny because I was listening to Deepak Chopra and he was saying this in 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. He's telling his kids, he's like, it doesn't matter if you make money or not, or if you become a doctor, if you don't find your way. All I want you to do is to find what truly makes you happy. That's really going to be one of the most powerful lessons that we give people. It's not a 90% done for you system. And even Cameron George was saying this. It's like, I'm not going to give my daughter a converting webinar. I want to leave with her and instill with her a set of beliefs or a set of skills that is going to help her endure any economic situation, any situation on the planet, to still be a thought provoker and a leader. This is the way that the future sees a seed as a forest instead of just a small little one-time plant. And I want to teach my children the same thing. I want to leave that message for you guys as well, that, we're doing this together. Sally, help me out here.
You were just saying something about to find happiness. And I just remembered from Happy Pocket Full of Money, it says you don't find happiness don't be happy because of the situation, but you can create your happiness in any situation. Something like that. You create it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can't have happy.
You can't get happiness.
You can be happy.
Same with wealth. You
can't have wealth. You can be wealth.
You have to be wealth.
You have to be wealthy. You can't just have wealthy. And it's funny because I wish I had money, or I wish I had the wealth I wanted, or people say I wish I had wealth. And it's kind of like saying I wish I have happy. It doesn't make sense when you say the sentence.
Yeah, find joy in what you have right now. Don't just wish for the future or what you didn't have in the past.
Well, I guess it goes a little bit deeper than that, because I was having this conversation with my client before we did this go live, and we're surfing the silver lining. She's talking about business. She's talking about her life. She's talking about the situation she's in, and she's pulling value from it. So the same thing we recognize is that if you can be in a situation and find the happiness in it, why is this happening to me? What am I thankful for here? What am I grateful for in this situation? This is a bad place I'm in. I'm thankful that I can recognize a bad place when I see one. I'm grateful that I have the awareness. I'm grateful that I still have my mental and emotional faculties about me. That if I'm not in a place where I want to be, that I have the discernment to recognize, because before I didn't. And I would just say, it must mean I need some more drugs. And that was usually around the time when I ran out of drugs. So I needed to go and get some more, because I was not willing to have that conversation with myself. I was not willing to recognize that I wasn't happy. I was already consigned to the feeling that this was going to subdue my need for being happy. That I was just going to chemically reduce myself so that I wasn't out there feeling, like I'm missing something. I was still experiencing a chemical reaction of something. and it's very dangerous place to be in.
Yeah, you're
Very
trying
dangerous.
to create happiness through illegal. I mean,
Illegal. Hey, through your illegal calling the police, they came away for the drugs. That's so bad. There are kids here. And so, yeah, I mean, of course, now it's a thing of the past, and I'm super blessed. I'm addicted to children now. I'm addicted to helping people. I'm addicted to journeying in the social, the
Good
spiritual, and becoming an influencer in my own right. But I had to go through that in order to get here. So when I'm looking back at that, maybe it wasn't the happiest time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I look back at it, I'm like, I'm pretty happy that I actually went through that and
Mm-hmm.
had that experience because, as depressing as it was also fun. It was also, like you got high. So, there was a feeling there. I mean, you had to do more and more to get less and less high. But so it was a downward spiral. But a lot of people will go back and be like, yeah, those were some fun times. And you were stupid and crazy and young, and that's not the way you want to live your life. But at the same time, I look back at that and I'm looking now thinking, am I happy or not that this isn't my life anymore? That I'm not in that place anymore? That I can use that depression. I can use that situation. I can use that storm that I was trapped in, fighting for my life as a way of showing up for others and bringing them to a sense of like, wow, I can do this too. I can make it. I'm not going to, like my purpose. Like it's, you can't, like you have to recognize what you're going through. Like the crap that you go through, the stuff that you experience is going to reflect the jewels and the gems that you pull from it as you grow through your experience.
That's why if you have a purpose and you're going through a negative situation, then that helps. Like if you think about your purpose while you're going through that, then it's going to help you overcome those challenges.
It's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
We do a lot to like say those things when it feels good, but when the gut check time comes, that's why the reason they say hindsight is 20/20. When you get a chance to look back at your life, look back at it, and you're thinking, I don't want to repeat those mistakes to my kids, or I don't want to inspire that energy to others. I don't want someone else to go through what I had to go through.
So just remember the lessons you learned from the past.
Absolutely. Very wise teacher. Very wise teacher. And it's crazy because there's this time paradigm we're in where we're always in the now. So, the future is unknown, but your now will affect what happens in your future.
Yeah.
Your past is known, and we spend so much time in it, losing our present, losing our future, and going into the past to I wish I had, or only if only, and we go into the past wondering what could have happened, and we get paralyzed on the moment that's frozen in time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we should go back there with a studious mind to go in and take a forensics over the experience. What was I learning? Where was I? What happened? How can I use this? Where was the value here? What was the purpose of that? And that's the one thing that really pulled me through, was saying things like, what was the purpose of that experience, so that I could actually help move it around. Marlene says, awesome. Use that storm to come out and be a beautiful creature of journeys. So cool. So cool. So, because on the opposite end of this, now I'm talking to people and I'm working with them one-on-one, and we're going through your personal story. And it's like, oh my God, you too. Oh my God, you dealt with depression as well. Oh my God, I had these numbers. The self-attack, the negativity in business, the inability to create relationships. Like, it was attacking me, self-worth, every single level. Like, I collected so much of that. I still deal with it today. I still deal with self-worth. I still deal with, can I do this? Or where do I go next? Or the worry of making enough, or being as solvent as I want to be. Like, there's a value in realizing, and thank God to my friend showing up for me today, that there's a reason and a purpose to the universe. So if anything, the negative experiences have taught me is that none of them have killed me, and every one of them have served me. So, hey, bring it. Now something I deal with another one, I'm like, bring it. Because one day I'm going to be able to have power over this.
But if you are not learning lessons from this, then you're going to keep getting it until
repeating the mistakes until you get it. The pattern resists as you persist it. As you resist, it persists.
If you resist,
what you resist persists.
yes, that's it.
So as you resist the pattern coming back, it's going to come back again and harder and larger and stronger. I was addicted to weed, then I was addicted to mushrooms, then I got into ecstasy, then I got into cocaine, and then it was just like a mixture of all of them to see how high I could get. And yeah, super not cool. I'm glad I didn't do anything like way out of line and get like really hard, but that was still super out of line, right? Like it got weird. And
but you were able to get out of it. You have to accept first and then find out a way how.
Catalyst is experience. I was moving out. I got fired. I got broken up at the same time. Got dumped, fired, and from my job, dumped from my girlfriend, and I was moving out all in the same swing. And I was broke. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I was high, and I went and told my parents that I'd been on drugs for the last year and a half, and that it got pretty scary. And so I basically like found this moment where I was like, I'm still going. And like I had to be honest with them and let them know. Because, you know, what else are you going to do? You're going to live your life as a lie? Or are you going to reclaim your truth and reclaiming the value that you bring to the planet? Like, there, guys, like, and that's my purpose. I wonder how many people deal with their addiction and they don't say anything because they're not speakers. They're not out there airing their laundry on Facebook. My mom's like, oh my God, you tell people a lot of stuff on your Facebook. Can you please? Bobby, no.
And I'm just like, be some of them who can relate to your.
If I don't, that's a pretty selfish experience. So I'm just going to rip from my family, rip from myself, and not help people now that they're going through trauma and drama and trouble and all that stuff. Like, I can't buy that. Like, and I've done so much horrible things in my life. I need to earn my wings back. Like, I've been a really miserable kid. I was a really miserable little boy, and it took a lot of toll on me. And so really that self-attack and that self-abuse is now my retribution back to the planet to help people get to the next place in their life. And I know it sounds super cliche, but that's my freaking purpose. And that's why I speak on stages. That's why I charge people to listen to me speak. That's why I do interviews. That's why I want to write books. That's why I want to make events.
You speak with confidence.
Thank you. I like to think that I'm super spiritually connected and that like it's not really me speaking and like I'm connecting to a higher divine source power channel whatever and they're just using my body to like deliver, you know, and I look at some of these channelers and I'm like, whoa, it's so cool. And sorry, you're going to mention.
Because remember, you're a soul with a body, not a body with a soul.
It's tough being a body with a soul. This thing gets in the way of everything, like the ego and the challenge and the self-worth and the experience, and I want to help and heal everyone. And I get a lot of feminine energy, and my male side is like so small.
Oh,
and I'm just like,
look at this. You're so strong.
Right?
I'm so glad that.
Like, how small is that, bro? You think that's small? It's like super beefed. Look at that beard. That's beefy, man. Look at that beefy. Yeah, see, so I know I have it. Yeah. But why am I blind to it? Like, why am I so spiritually connected? Because I'm like, and then even in my business, like, I'm like, we're at like 95% females that work with me, and I'm like,
that's probably why.
I'm feeling that overload of and then even I take a woman with all these fours, like she's got a lot of masculine energy to her. This woman's a boss.
I'm like the opposite.
She's like, I'm like, connect to your feelings. She's like, what am I feeling for? Like, and then she's like, do you feel anything? I'm like, yes. Do you? She's like, I don't know what I'm feeling.
I don't know what I'm supposed to feel.
What I'm supposed to feel, right? And it's funny because you're like, what are you guys talking about? Like, this guy's got like beef for days, and she's a hottie with a body. And so, you know, like we're living this experience, but energetically, it almost feels like we're transfixed, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't, not transgender, babe, no.
Like my soul is female, I mean
your soul is males and my soul is female, okay? Exactly. So let's just clear the air. Gender lines have been blurred. Okay, look, we still did it. Okay, I'm still a dad, I'm still a daddy, but I'm a pretty good mom, I'll tell you that. Okay, like I do the mom stuff pretty well.
And a pretty good lead. Just kidding.
Nah.
No.
No, of course you are. No, yeah, right. We always, I'm like, she's in charge. She's like, no, he's in charge. I'm like, trust me, she's in charge. She's like, no, you're in charge. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm in charge. And that's a happy wife, happy life. That's a different conversation. But and we're coming to the end of our time together. Hey, Dee, what's up? Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Arlene's saying something.
Marlene saying, I'm so
Yeah.
humbled to be in the space of listening. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. I
Nice to
appreciate
meet you, Marlene.
Nice to meet you, Marlene.
And-
I just accepted her friendship today.
Oh,
So
did you?
yes, and I know she's been following me around for a little while, but I had like 284, 290 something friend requests, and I deleted a lot of people today so that I can make space for new friends. So if you guys are watching me for the first time, what's up? How you doing? My name is Bobby Perra. I'm a numerologist and all that stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And if you'd love to work with me, I'd love to work with you, help you where you need to go. But this is what you guys can expect from us. Dee says, you're in touch with the feminine side. More men should be like that, love.
That's why I like.
That's why she likes.
That's why I'm so attracted to you, because you're like
the best of both worlds. That's what's up. And I like to think so. I definitely like to think so. But I'll tell you, it is very problematic when I need to step in my power and I have self-worth issues. It's difficult because I got bullied as a kid around my weight and teased and all this stuff. And it's like it creates such a mind stress.
He fell asleep.
He does. He always does.
I tried to interrupt him because he was talking about all this negative things again about him, and that's another way to
try to interrupt me and Michael Burnoff me.
Yeah.
NLP superstar Michael Burnoff. Shout out.
When you interrupt.
Pattern interrupts.
Yeah, it's called a
where
pattern
you stop people from running the vibration they've been running. Too bad. I really was bad on myself, and I was not in a good place. See, I speak about this now so that I don't try to interrupt me again.
And you're gonna find humor in it now. Find humor in it.
Oh, see, she's pre-framing me now. See, what's up? She's setting me up. So, and it's about the journey. So, I think what makes me feel better is sharing it with people, letting other people know that you're not alone, because a lot of people hide behind this stuff. They don't say this stuff. I have the number in my chart that I'm going to speak up and air my laundry in the middle of the street so that other people can be like, hey, he's speaking the truth here. And so I'm the crier. I'm the from the town hall, like with the bell being like, oh, hear me, and come one, come all. And I don't mind to use my voice like that because I know that someone has to. Someone has to call out the news. Someone has to call out the vibration. Someone has to lead the charge from my speck of the universe. I'm not alone. Sally's with me. You guys are with me. If your purpose is that, and you're like, I want to help people become better, then you're one of the lights. You're one of the lights in the sea of darkness, and we're helping other people light. And each one teach one.
We're stronger together.
We're definitely stronger together. And it's so crazy. I was even telling this to Sally. I'm like, for my group sessions, numerology.info, www.numerologymastery.info. If you guys want to be a part of the one happening at the end of May. This reality here is that you're better to do things in a group than you are by yourself. Imagine you had 12 people and you had to lift a car and everyone got a little piece of it and you kind of lifted it up and you could do it. But could you imagine what it would look like if every one of those people lined up and one person came and lifted the car? I can't do it. The next person came and lifted the car. I can't do it. Nobody can do it by themselves. Mm-hmm. But together, we can lift the car that you're hiding under. We can lift the boulder that came and damaged you in the fall of your life. And, whatever is going on in it, I've been there. And that earthquake of your soul, there are people out there to help you get through it and help you get past it. So they're like super blessed for all the coaches I've worked with and the people who have helped me come to my purpose in life. Absolutely grateful and thankful for you all, especially coming in to help Sally as well. We're evolving. We're students of growth, and I will go through every single negative piece of my being and help that part of me grow, because I know that my universe and my audience, you guys, are depending on me to be able to find that vibration within myself so I can share it back with the world and I can help do my part.
You're learning from them as well. When you have a session, you both learn from each other. Right?
See, that's my face when I'm like, oh yeah. Learning from you guys has been the most powerful thing I've experienced. Was like unbelievable. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. Marlene's saying, you're the man with womanly soul. Oh my God, so love that. D saying, stop. 1, 2, 3. Change the tapes.
Yeah, just say stop.
Stop.
Or you can just sing the pink fluffy.
Or no, you could say, hey, there's a mosquito on you. Quickly, there's a mosquito on you. And just like get that little thing off of you, and then you can just like blow in someone's face, like, sorry, there's a bug in your hair. And then you can start to interrupt them that way. But thanks goes so much, guys, for listening. It looks like
it's about an hour now.
Yeah, we have to get ourselves running. It's 1 hour in about 30 seconds. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here, guys. Your ultimate mastermind solution. Ultimate solution. This is your ultimate mastermind, right?
Your ultimate mastermind.
And we help you guys,
so
come to a really powerful conclusion here. That if you're not on purpose, you're by accident. And so find your purpose and find what you're actually supposed to be doing, so that you're not just gonna be prone to accidents in life. And if that means that you're here to help someone else in their journey, I get it. But I'd like to spark that fire inside of you to light your own purpose and your own vision, so that you can get to where you need to go in life. I promise you, it's the best journey you'll never have to do alone. One of the most gratifying things you'll ever have. Love you guys. Love your lives. See you on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. We appreciate you. This is how we put my son to sleep. Okay, he listens to me until he's just like, Dad, you're tiring. I'm like,
just
okay,
goes
boy.
to his subconscious mind.
It just goes into and I have to. These are the vibes I'm speaking. I'm speaking this love from my chest, and it's literally like reverberating right onto him. So I know that I'm downloading God consciousness, love consciousness. Letting him know his first experiences aren't things like, oh, what am I gonna do? And I'm great. And when I'm sad, I also hold him too. Parents, right? We go through stuff.
Babies can feel what you're feeling.
But at the same time, I also know that I'm gonna help him. He's gonna feel what I'm feeling, like Sally said. So I'm gonna help him grow into the man that that I am, the man that I'm growing into being. So he can be a better man than I am. So super cool, absolutely crazy. Stevie, what's up, my brother? Sorry that we missed this, man. There was a powerful live about purpose. Like finding it and finding your purpose of helping people and being there for people.
You can watch the replay.
Well, definitely watch the replay. You'll definitely get a chance to meet Steve, my boy, to meet him. Steve will get a chance to meet my son, my Sally. He's coming to our wedding as well. What a beautiful download. So cool. I think I'm coming back down to earth now. Whoa.
You're grounded now?
What year is it? Where was I? What just happened here? Sometimes I feel like that. At the end of the session, I'm like, wow, we just did something powerful. So I appreciate you guys so much for joining, watching us. Steve, buddy, I remember your lives. Do you still do them? Do you still go out and do this like every day and you just preach? My preacher, Steven. That's a wonderful feeling, man. This guy's got a lot of God power. And my brother from another mother, Stevie Corbett, my bro. It's funny. I was going to move in with him.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
When I moved in with you.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, super awkward. Sorry, guys.
Just 1 month there.
But I was going to go move in with this guy. And then I was like, shit, I can't do this because I'm going to go be in love with this woman here and I got to go my own direction. But I had to leave my space. And so this guy was like perfect timing. And it never collided, and it was so sad to think that. But the reality is that I had this coming. I had to come and get my family, and so I appreciate you opening your heart and home for me in that one moment. There'll never be any hard feelings for it, of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just became an uncle, bro. This is a wonderful feeling. He's a brother this guy's a brother for life. It's like one of the guys I'll never let go of.
Where is he from?
Vancouver. He's from he's from the area. Yeah, he's coming. Yeah, he's definitely going to be there.
Looking forward to meeting him.
Oh yeah, you're going to love this guy. He's just a powerful energy. And he's just a funny guy. So this is awesome. But I appreciate you guys for watching us. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Very nice to
we'll see you guys soon on the next live. Come see me online. Check me out. All the tags and hashtags and da-da-da-da. You heard it here first. What's up? We live. And love you guys. All right.
Bye,
appreciate
Marlene.
you guys.
Bye,
Take care, Marlene. Bye, guys. See you
Bye.
guys. Take some. Have a good night. Whatever it is. All right, guys. I'm trying to do this. Yeah. Take care. Take care. Be well. All that. Peace out.